So chances are you've been searching for a side hustle that actually works. Maybe you even tried a few, but they didn't work out for you. Well, you can stop searching today because I'm going to reveal to you what I think is the best side hustle to start this year. You don't have to focus on anything else because this is the only one that you need. And in this video, I'm going to reveal exactly what it is and how you can get started with it today. All right, now before we dive in and I show you exactly how to run this side hustle, let me first show you what it is because this is pretty genius. And once you understand this, you're gonna see how simple this is to actually get started. So I'm here on eBay.com and I'm looking at this product that's for sale. It's this very modern looking kitchen dining set right here. And you'll notice that it's being sold for $215. There's already been 14 of them that have sold, and there's still at least one that is available. Now, the amazing part about this is that if I were to buy this right now or add it to my cart and then purchase it, all the seller on eBay is then going to do is they're going to turn around and they're going to buy the exact same item for less money from Walmart.com. And during the checkout process, they're going to enter in my shipping address so the item gets shipped directly to me. So, in a nutshell, this is what we're doing. We're grabbing items from like Walmart.com, listing them for sale on eBay.com. And then once they sell, we're going to go ahead and ship directly to the customer. This is called eBay dropshipping. And as you see, it is very, very simple if you know the right steps to get set up. So let's dive in. I'll show you what those steps are and how you can easily start to do this right now. But before we do that, I do just want to let you know that I, of course, can't promise you're going to make money with any of this. This video is really just to show you how it works. Even if you do everything I show you, you still may not make any money. Building any business takes work, and not everyone is successful. But what I can promise you is that I'm going to show you exactly how this works, my complete system, step by step. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So the first thing you're going to need to get started with this is, of course, an eBay account. Now, if you already have an eBay account, great. Use the one you already have. But if you don't have one, very easy. Come over to ebay.com and on the top left here, you want to click where it says register. Now on this page, you get to choose between creating a personal account or a business account. If they give you the option for a business account, you definitely want to go with that route because usually with a business account, they're going to give you higher limits on your account, meaning that you're going to be able to list and sell more items usually than you would on a personal account. Although increasingly, this doesn't matter so much. So regardless of which one you have the option for, go ahead and get signed up. The entire setup process is very straightforward because they walk you through everything that you need. The only thing I want to warn you about is during the setup process, you want to make sure that you're providing accurate information. If you mess up somewhere, like if you add a wrong address or your wrong phone number or something like that, then it could actually slow down your approval process and it might take you longer to get set up. But for most people, it is pretty straightforward. And then once you have an ebay.com account, don't do anything else. Don't go into the settings because believe it or not, there's not much you actually want to change on eBay. Instead, we're going to jump over to another website to continue the setup. Okay, so like I mentioned before, we're going to be grabbing items from websites like Walmart.com and listing them for sale on eBay. Now, traditionally, this is a very tedious process because what you have to do is you have to open up each item that you want to sell. You have to download all of these images, upload them into eBay. You have to copy over the title and make sure it's optimized for eBay. You have to copy the description, bring it over, and pull out a calculator and figure out how much you're going to sell it for on eBay. It is a lot of work. But luckily now there's actually automation software that does all of that for us. So this is a software that I use. It's called AutoDS. Now, if you want to sign up and use this software, you can grab it at the link in the description down below. With that link, you actually do get a $1 trial to try out AutoDS before you fully commit to it. And what this software does is it will allow you to quickly list items from websites like Walmart or Amazon or HomeDepot.com onto eBay. And if the price changes on Walmart, then it'll actually go up in price on eBay.com automatically for you. Now, once you click on my affiliate link for AutoDS in the description, you'll land on a page that looks like this. You want to click through and actually go through the entire setup process. It's going to ask you where you want to sell your products. You're, of course, going to choose eBay. And then it's going to walk you through how to connect your eBay account with AutoDS so that the two can talk to each other. That's going to allow AutoDS to list the products and do all the repricing as well. It's really straightforward because they basically just walk you through exactly how to get set up. Once you have an account, don't do anything yet because first we actually have to find some products to sell before we can actually put them into AutoDS. And for that, we have to do something called product research. Now, this is where most people really screw up because they'll just grab random items from like Walmart or Amazon.com and start listing them for sale on eBay and just hoping that they're going to sell. That's not the way you want to do this. Instead, you want to find products that are already popular and then list those products onto eBay. Now, to do that, I always use this software called Zik Analytics. And same deal, if you want a trial of this, my affiliate link for Zik Analytics will be in the description down below. But again, with that link, you'll be able to sign up for just $1 to get their trial. Now, there are a lot of different product research tools built into Zik, but I'm going to show you my favorite ones. So first of all, right when you log in, you're going to see this section right here, which is called Trending eBay Products. So literally what they're doing is they are giving you products that they have found that are winners and that are selling well and profitable on eBay. So for instance, we see these outlets right here. These have sold 3 times in the past 30 days, 6 times in total, and every time this item sells, the seller makes $7.62 in profit. And you can click right here and find the exact product on Walmart. Here's another one down here. These are some strobe lights, some sort of emergency beacon strobe lights. These have sold 5 times in the past 30 days, 17 times in total. And again, every time they sell, the seller makes $6.17. Now, this doesn't sound like a lot of money, $6.17 profit, $7.62 profit. But you'll see in a few minutes why it actually is, because so much of what we're going to do after we list the item is automated. The items are going to sell. The software is actually going to automatically order them and ship them out to your customers for you, and then it will restock itself as well. So once you actually feed these items into the system, the rest of the work is pretty much taken care of for you. And then you have multiples of these items selling every single day. You can really start to turn a profit potentially with this business model. So let me show you my favorite feature on Zik, which is this section right here called Trending Dropshippers. Now, what Trending Dropshippers does is it finds for you other people that are already successfully dropshipping onto eBay. And then we can actually look at all the products they're selling and just copy what they're doing. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's find one of these sellers. So this one right here, for instance, they're doing $40,000 a month in sales with dropshipping. This one's doing $29,000 a month with dropshipping. This one's doing 13. So tons of people doing this successfully. And all we have to do is click on this icon right here, and that will scan their store. All right, so I went ahead and I scanned this seller's store, and we can see that they are doing over $30,000 a month in sales, even though they only have 260 items in their store. So not bad at all. Now, more importantly, what I like to look at is down here. This shows us all of the items that they're selling, and it shows us how often those items are selling. And at the top here are the most popular items in this seller's store. So for instance, right here at the top, we can see that this item, which is an archery target, has sold 17 times in the past week alone. It has sold 48 times in the past 2 weeks. In the past month, it has sold 108 times. That's a very good item because that tells me that not only is this item popular, but it is popular now. It has been selling in the past week. Sometimes you'll find items that the 30-day sales history is high, but then the 7-day history is 0. That means that for whatever reason, that item stopped selling. Maybe it was a seasonal item, like after Halloween. You'll see that a lot of Halloween items will have sold a lot in the past 30 days, but 0 times in the first week of November. So that's not an item you want to sell. You want an item that was selling in the past and is continuing to sell. And we see several of those items here. So we have this archery target, we have an ironing board, we have, what else is this? A patio umbrella base. So all these great items. So what do you do with this information? Do you go ahead and you find this exact same one and then sell it on eBay? Well, no, you don't want to copy exactly what they're doing because then you'll be in direct competition with them. Instead, you want to find a very similar item. So I've come over here to Walmart and I just searched for a soft archery target because that is what the other seller is selling, a soft archery target. Now, looking through the results here, I see the exact same item right here. And you could list this one up for sale. It's not going to hurt you, but it's just going to be harder for you to sell it because someone else already is selling that one very successfully. But instead, what I like to do is I like to find something that is very similar, but as low in price as possible. So right here, this one is jumping out at me. It's just $19.97. So it's $10 cheaper than the one that we see is selling really well. And it's very similar, right? It's a soft target. What else we have here? We have this one right here, but this one is a lot more money. It's like $20 more. I'm looking for something that's basically like under $30. But I think that first one might have been the winner. I always like to go through the first page of the search results just to make sure that there's nothing better here, but I'm not seeing anything better. So right here, this one up here is the winner for me. It is very similar to the one that's already popular, but cheaper. So this is the one I'm going to list for sale. Next, I would go ahead and do the same thing for the other products. So coming back here to Zik, we can go find an ironing board now. Do the exact same thing. So I search here for ironing board. I went through all of the results and I find that this one is the cheapest, just $12.67. And it is the cheapest one on the page. And it's just an ironing board. You don't have to overthink it. So then this is another item that I would list for sale as well. Now, before we move on and I show you how to actually list items, I want to thank today's sponsor who, well, I'm today's sponsor. I'm the sponsor of today's video. Let me explain. So I have a course called Dropshipping Titans, and this course is a complete guide, everything I know about how to start, run, and scale a successful eBay dropshipping store. I'm running a special on it right now, so if you want to check that out, click the first link in the description down below. You can find out what the course is all about, see some of the success stories that have come out of it, and actually get signed up for it if you want. Okay, now back to the video. All right, so now let's actually list one of these items onto eBay. And we're going to do that inside of AutoDS. It's going to make it very easy to do. So let's go ahead and grab this item. All you have to do is copy down the URL. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that. And returning back to AutoDS, you now want to click on the top left here where it says Add Product and click on Single Product. Next, you want to paste in the URL that you just copied and then go ahead and click on this orange button. And what AutoDS is going to do is it's going to pull from Walmart. And actually, you can use this with a ton of different suppliers. You can use it with Amazon, Home Depot, Wayfair, Costco, like a whole bunch of them. But in this case, we're doing Walmart. So it's pulling all of that information from Walmart and bringing it into AutoDS to allow us to check it over and change anything we want before actually listing the item. So here we can see that it brought over the title. That's something we're going to change. We're going to come back to that in a second. Also, it automatically selects a category for you. You can change this if you want, but I always find that it is very accurate. It always chooses a great category. It also automatically adds tags. It automatically chooses the best shipping method. And I think the most important thing is down here. It turns on these monitors. So the first one is the stock monitoring. So what that will do is it will make sure that if this item goes out of stock on Walmart, it's going to automatically go out of stock in your eBay store for you. In addition to that, if the price changes on Walmart, then the price monitoring right here is going to make sure that the item then changes on eBay so that you actually make money and don't lose money in case the price increases on Walmart. And while we're talking about that, one thing you're not going to see here, but it's happening automatically in the background, is when you actually list this item for the first time, like we're about to do, it's going to increase it. So we're not going to sell it for $19.97. AutoDS is going to increase it enough to cover our eBay fees, any sales tax we might have to pay, and more so we actually make a profit. And then finally, here's that auto ordering that I mentioned before. That's going to make sure that as soon as someone buys it from us on eBay, AutoDS is going to automatically buy it from Walmart for us and have it shipped directly to your customer for you. It's insane how cool this works. Next up, you can see the description here. This was brought in from Walmart. If this is available in different variations, like different colors or different sizes, all of those would be listed here as well. And here are all the images. You can delete any that you don't like or change the main image. I like this one, so I'm going to leave that one alone. So the only thing I'm going to change here is the title. This title is okay, but I want to optimize it for eBay. This is only optimized for Walmart. Now to do that, I like to come back to Zik, and on the left here is something called the title builder. So with this, you can search for generally what this is. So what is this? This is an archery target, right? Click on search. And then here, it's going to give you the keywords that are most searched for when people are looking for an archery target. So we have archery target, but also really popular search terms are fiberglass, archery target arrows. These aren't arrows though. So bow hunting target, archery carbon arrows. So what we can do is we can throw as many of these words in here that make sense for this title. So let me go ahead and do that real fast. There we go. So now this is full of keywords that people are going to search for when they're looking for an archery target. Now all I have to do is click copy to keyboard, come back over here to AutoDS, go ahead and paste that in. This is now ready to go. All I have to do is click on this button right here that says save and import, and that will then be live in my eBay store, ready for people to purchase. Now look, this was just a basic introduction to get you started. If you want to go deeper and really learn how to build this into a serious business, then you definitely want to check out my course, which I mentioned before. Again, the link for it is in the description down below. And if this video helped you out, do me a favor and go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm always sharing new ways to make money online, and the only way you're going to get them is if you actually subscribe. All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.